Now, one final book, okay? We've just got a few minutes left, okay? Yeah. And I picked this deliberately because it's from your homeland, Scotland, okay? Yes. And it's a book about a guy called John Law.
John Law.
John Law, the Scottish adventurer of the 18th century. Oh, yeah. He was a gambler who created the first stock market crash, became the richest citizen in Europe through culpability of crime, was no one's hero, and was a convicted murderer, which he never exposed to any of the investors.
And where was he from, this John Law?
John Law was, by any standards, a quite remarkable man. At the apogee of his power in 1720, he was the richest private citizen in Europe and Controller General of Finance in France, despite the fact he was born and brought up in Scotland.
Well, they had a big bond, didn't they, the French and the Scots?
Did
Mary,
they?
Queen of Scots.
Yeah, exactly,
in fact, was almost
exiled
in France.
Didn't they let the French army into Great Britain to try and bring down James I and all that?
Well, I think it was before that, but they always had a bit of a bond. The French
that's right.
French, the Huguenots, I think it was.
The Huguenots, that's right, yeah. He was responsible not merely for the country's income and expenditure, but for its commerce, navigation, agriculture and industry. He created and presided over the earliest and greatest of all stock market boom and busts, that of the Mississippi Company, and was the inspiration behind what we've all heard of, the South Sea bubble crash as well, okay? Yeah. And he pioneered ideas about banking, monetary policy and financial markets that were revolutionary in his own time and retained their importance 3 centuries later.
Really?
Yet Law was not even French. He was not a noble, not an intellectual. On the contrary, he was a Scot, largely self-educated son of an Edinburgh goldsmith and a brilliant gambler.
There you go.
He was also a convicted murderer. He escaped from jail days before he was due to be executed, fled Britain, went on the run across Europe, then pitched up in Paris and told everybody he was a brilliant financier.
Yeah, well,
hence he came to be running France.
Sometimes that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
He sounds like quite a character. I might have to read that book. What's the book called?
The book is called John Law, a Scottish Adventure of the 18th Century, and it's written by a man with a great Scottish name.
Go on.
James Buchan.
James Buchan.
James Buchan.
Tremendous.
Yes.
I remember John Buchan.
Yeah.
I remember Alistair Buchan as well.
Yeah.
Who used to be the picture editor of The Star in America. Do you remember him?
Yeah,
Alistair
I do.
Buchan?
Yeah, I do. I do remember, yeah. So it says, anyway, in conclusion, Law himself was no self-dealing Gordon Gekko.
Okay.
You all know who Gordon Gekko was?
Yeah.
Greed is good. He was the...
Wall Street.
Greed is good, yeah, the man who they based Wall Street on, yeah. If anything, he was naive in his personal dealings to a degree. When his bank failed, he and his family were then reduced to absolute poverty. Only the kindness of others and his own flickering prowess at the gaming table, because he used to go to the casinos, which were then based in Paris rather than Monaco, brought him some dosh. It is a fascinating, poignant and almost historic story. And we must thank James Buchan, the author, for giving us this masterly account of a most remarkable man.
Hang on, that sounds like you're reading a book review.
No, I'm not.
Is that your own book review?
No.
Well, just that way thanking Alistair Buchan.
Well, I'm thanking him personally.
Oh, I see.
I wrote that.
I see.
This is
what
to
I thought. I didn't realise you'd written your own book review.
No, that's right. That's to end my review of this book, okay?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so those are the 3 books.
Yeah.
The one about Vietnam by our good friend Max Hastings.
That's right.
The Buchan book on Mr. Law.
That's right.
I Am the Law.
Yeah.
And what was the 3rd book we did today?
The
Greed is Good book, right?
Was it was called Moneyland.
The Moneyland.
That's
Moneyland.
right, yeah.
Well.
Just about old John Law, by the way.
Yeah. You've seen the time.
He taxed the poor more heavily than he taxed the rich.
Really?
He was that sort of guy, yeah. Desperate attempts were made to cut costs by annulling the value of traded debt. The result was a rapid drop in trade and social uproar met by vicious repression, and Law advised France leaders to go in and smash up the working classes, who he said were the problem.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Well, that was the Porky Review of Books. Another belter with 2 mics.